Hey guys, welcome back to Wilder Hype Adventures and our trip to Iceland. We are currently just leaving Thorsmark, heading to Bassa for our Fimmvörðuháls hike, which is 24 kilometers, 16 miles long. So we're just trying to cut off a couple of miles today while we've still got some energy and less miles under our belt. But what we've got ahead of us is a couple of bridges to cross that are on wheels. I think these were the ones I was expecting to be back at the river we crossed in the last video. Alright, who's gonna put money on this? Who bets that I get wet feet again? Haven't managed to stay dry yet today. Halfway across. Still feel like I'm gonna get my feet wet again. Alright, we've got a little bit further to go. 1, 2, 3, and we are across. Woohoo! One bridge down, one to go. All right, this one looks a little bit better. We've got ramps instead of hinky ladders. And there goes one of the Highland buses right there. These look a little bit more aggressive than the one we took. A little bit higher up, a little bit more four-wheel drive. I wonder if they take people to a bit more remote locations than just Landmannalager and Thorsmark. That is definitely not something you want to cross on foot. That would be, yeah, basically deadly. So we're done, we're across, go find the road. We're heading that way. Got a massive cave behind us, doesn't really go anywhere. Really cool point, but it's also over here, just behind it. Kind of looks like a dragon's head. So you wonder if that was his old lair, right? That also kind of reminds me of Hagrid's hut in Harry Potter. You got the chimney and the spiky roof. I feel like something giant could live in there. Here we are, Bassa, or Bassa, I don't know how you pronounce it, but this is our little setup right here. I'm not using my normal tent because I wanted a tent that would withstand the high winds that you can't expect in Iceland, but we haven't dealt with any of those at all. It's been a little good little tent. Look at this little spot. It's flat, it's quiet, it's green, we've got the beautiful mountains. So other than Aftervatn, this is my second favourite spot. Oh well guys, Iceland weather has well and truly found us. It is now raining outside. I just spent the last hour and a half sitting in their bar/restaurant area reading. But of course I had to make the dash back to the tent, and I've run into, like, the tent's doing perfectly well. No issues with that at all. Perfectly dry in here. Had to tighten up because it is still nylon. No issues with that. But we are in ground, or on ground. As nice as it looked earlier, is getting quickly saturated, like oversaturated. The weather forecast for tomorrow though is supposed to be decent, so let's hope this ends tonight and we'll get a decent night of sleep. I guess we'll see. And it's definitely nights like this that I miss my car camper, but we're embracing the suck right now, and part of hiking is to learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and we're warm and dry, so we're not that uncomfortable. We just have to hopefully not get up and pee in the middle of the night. And I do apologise about the romantic appeal. It's the condensation on the lens. But anyway, we'll see you guys in the morning, and we are doing a lot of hiking that way. Oh, morning guys. We're almost packed up, just about to put the tent away. Woke up to it's a pretty chilly morning this morning, I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit different from every other morning actually. It was quite chilly last night. Got curled up in my sleeping bag. It was toasty warm. Slept like a flipping log. But we'll get this packed up. We're going to top up with some water. We need to take a little bit extra because there is no water on this trail at all. I do believe you could buy some drinks at the top of the hut, but there is no water there like there is at every other hut. And off we go. This first section is going to be a bit tough. And I mean a lot tough. I think this is going to be type 2 fun. Carrying almost 3 litres of water in a pack that's really not designed to carry this much weight. And that's something I don't want to talk about in the sense of I prioritised needing to be able to carry, take this as a carry-on because my hike started almost the day I got there. We have 16 miles to go today, and hopefully we should be done by, I'm thinking, about 6-ish. So this is where we start our climb up to the Fimmvörðuháls hut, which sits at 1,000 meters altitude. I don't know our current elevation here. That's going to be a pretty damn good climb. Not to mention we've got a ridge to cross, like a very narrow ridge to cross. You can just about see where I camped down there. There's a white, what's it right there? Now it's parked in that same area. Now that is impressive behind me. No idea. It looks like it was originally river carved. This one, as smooth as it is on the inside, but who knows? I'm really going to have to study up the geology of Iceland. What we've got just ahead of us is the catwalk. Very skinny, narrow piece of trail. So it's really, really great that we're not up here. Not much wind, just a light breeze. Gotta be very, very cautious because it drops either side. Really gotta psych myself up for this. I don't actually have a fear of heights. I have a fear of going splat at the bottom, which I think is most people. Hopefully it'll be alright. I did get out the hiking poles. I don't know if they're going to be more help than hindrance. Oh, we made it. The first part was the sketchiest, I think. And I was definitely glad I had poles. But after that, they actually almost became a hindrance. So, because it was easier to grab onto the rock, lean into the rock, so I was holding 2 poles with one hand. So I believe behind us might be one of Cutla's glaciers. I know they do a really cool ice cave tour over at Cutla. That'd be kind of cool to do at some point. And I just watched somebody cross that catwalk and they just zoomed across. I'm like, you're a better person than I am, much more confident. But having looked at her, she's just got a day pack on. And she's actually just turned around to head back. Well, crap. We're only at 300 meters. Some of these guys have those elevation watches. I feel like we're way higher than that. Whew. But I guess their gizmos and gadgets don't lie. We've had fuel, we've had a rest, we're heading up there. What I will say, and I want to say this to everybody out there who isn't somebody who hikes every day in the mountains. I'm probably the slowest hiker out here. Well, maybe not quite the slowest, but I'm the slowest with a pack. And part of that's filming, part of that's also because I haven't done a lot of hiking in the last couple of months other than the Lake District. And that was only a couple of miles in a day, or, you know, maybe 5. So this is tough for me, but I'm also aware that there are other people out here doing this who are not as fit as I am, but are doing very, very well. So don't be afraid to be the slowest person. Don't be afraid to let everybody pass you. Go at your own pace. Do what makes you comfortable. Don't judge yourself by anybody else around you. That's them, that's not you. You are you. You are special, you are unique. And just, you know, you don't have to go fast, you know. I don't want to go fast. This is a once-in-a-lifetime vacation for me, and I don't want to miss this, so I'm taking my time, and I have no problem with that. Oh, tough climb, guys. Tough climb, but we are almost at the top. I think we've got a little bit of level, but we've got plenty more up to do at this point. So close I can taste it. There's people who started at Thorsmark who have caught up and passed me way below. Started at the same time, and then I got people I met on the Lagavega who started at the same time and are just catching up with me on this uphill. Oh, that's like I said, don't worry about what other people are doing. If you can do 10 meters and need to stop, take a breather, do it, you know. I think for me, that's one of the joys of hiking alone. I don't have to worry about holding anybody else up or slowing anybody else down. Here it is. We're just getting to the top. Woohoo! And there is a glacier and the Katla buried somewhere underneath. So this is what we just climbed the side of. Whew. Tough going. Mostly just level. Oh, the joy of the moonscape, because I think I don't actually know if this is pumice. It doesn't feel light enough to be pumice stone. But obviously this is, again, scattered rocks from an eruption. Oh, I didn't check the sign, but we have another climb ahead of us, just to the left of that snowpack, if you can see it up there, all the way to the top. So, in typical CJ fashion, we're going to take a break at the bottom. Holy moly, guys, we're just coming to the base of, or the ridge to get to the base of the canyon, and we have just got this base of the climb and this amazing canyon to our right. Holy moly. I've just seen people coming down this, this is a sketchy bit with ropes, chains and stuff, so we're going to be very, very careful through here. It's going to be hands-on. Guys, I'm not sure if that was worse than the catwalk or better, but we've had some amazing views up these valleys and a beautiful, beautiful waterfall just ahead of us. I am so glad we did that going up. That would suck even more going down. And so begins the epic climb to the top. We are 4K from the hut, which is about 2.5 miles, but it's all straight up at this point. And I think the top of this is where we're going to be hitting our 1,000 meters or so. Guys, we have pushed the 900 meter boundary. I believe up there is going to be the top. Almost there. Well guys, we haven't made it to the top, that's behind us. But we've conquered the steepest part. The wind is going 1,000,000 miles an hour up here, so nice gradual climb now, thank God. I know, I see the weirdest things in the weirdest places. We've got, yeah, snow clock over there, kind of cool. Well, we're taking a bit of a shortcut across the snowfield. The actual Fimmvörðuháls goes around. The snow is very, very soft, very, very slippery. And then we have to climb up some lava here, so we need to be very careful because it's very, very sharp. Walking across that snow is actually probably a good idea. Otherwise you're walking along a lot of lava and it can be dangerous now. I'm not 100% sure which way the trail goes through all this, but we're looking at the poles and gauging out. This feels very much like make your own path through here, because there obviously isn't a proper one. These didn't erupt that long ago, but we'll talk about them when we get up to the top of the pass. Right, just a bit of history about this. So Magni and Modi erupted and started erupting in April of 2010. The first one, I think it was Modi, and it created a fissure, and then that created Magni, and they were both named after the sons of Thor, who's obviously named in nearby Thorsmork, and Gudrun, who was their mother. So the reason they're named Magni and Modi as Thor's sons was because the lava was flowing towards Thorsmork, and it looks like this is where it finally stopped. Can you imagine what this looked like rolling along? Must have been quite slow though, because massive build-up. If it had been faster, it would have flowed more. But crazy, I think this is where it got cool. Alright, onwards, upwards, we'll take the shortest path through the snow, I think. Less time in the snow, the better. You know, I'm not sure what's worse. I haven't mentioned it in this video intentionally, but Katrin, you did ask me about it. But I'm not sure. Snow like this is worse than sand because you just slip, slide, have no grip, and it's so hot on your legs. Oh, it's good to see the sea. Skogor is way down there somewhere. Skogafoss, and this is a section we get to look for waterfalls Lots of them.